Hello, my name is Michelle Urbina, and for this close reading, I will be looking at Laws of the Game 2016-2017, Law 11, Offside, written by the International Football Association Board. As I look through this section of the soccer rules, I see it has headings and subheadings along with bullet points. I also see bolded words. The text reads, Offside. I wonder if offside is referring to a position or an infraction. I will keep reading to find out. Offside position. It is not an offense to be in an offside position. I notice the first heading is in bold and the subheading states that being in an offside position is not an offense. I wonder if position refers to a set of responsibilities a player has on the field, or if it refers to the location of a person relative to a point. I also wonder what it means to be in an offside position. I will keep reading. A player is in an offside position if. Okay, so position in this section refers to the location of the body relative to a point on the field. And the if lets me know I am going to find out what it means to be in an offside position. Any part of the head, body, or feet is in the opponent's half, excluding the halfway line and. Okay, so since I know the setup of a soccer field, I'm going to draw one to help me understand what it means to be in an offside position. I will mark X on the field to represent being in an offside position. The M will represent my side of the field, and the OP will represent the opponent's side of the field. So in this drawing, I marked the X on the opponent's half of the field. This would mean that my body is in the opponent's half of the field, so I would be considered to be in an offside position. A player is in an offside position if any part of the head, body, or feet is nearer to the opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second last opponent. So the text explains that if my person is closer to my opponent's goal line than the ball and the second last opponent, then I am offside. I wonder who is considered a second last opponent. Here I will also use a visual to help me understand. In this drawing, I have my person close to the opponent's goal line. The ball and the second last opponent are a few feet behind my person. In this drawing, I labeled MG to represent my goal line, OPG for the opponent's goal line, OP for second last opponent, B for ball, and M for me. The hands and arms of all players, including the goalkeepers, are not considered. I wonder what this would look like in a match. I think the second last opponent would be the opponent before the goalkeeper. So basically the last defender. This is a term used in soccer to identify the defender, not counting the goalkeeper, who is closest to the goal I am attacking. Note that the last defender is actually the goalkeeper, but it is easier to understand this concept by referring to the last field player as the last defender. In this section, the last defender is the same as the second last opponent. Does it mean that if my person is side by side to an opponent on the opponent's side of the field and my arms happen to be closer to the goal line of my opponent, then I would be in an offside position? A player is not in an offside position if level with the second last opponent or last two opponents. Basically, if my person were standing side by side to the opponent or last two opponents, then I would not be offside. I think the last two opponents refers to the last two defenders excluding the goalkeeper. Okay, so now we will move into the next heading. It reads Offside Offense. I notice this heading is bolded. A player is in an offside position at the moment the ball is played or touched by a teammate is only penalized on becoming involved in active play by. What I understand from this section is that if my person is in an offside position, I will only get penalized if I become involved in the active play. What does it mean to become involved in active play?